Okay,
Let me
cool.
kind of fill you in. So when you go to Infusionsoft's Automated List Management, there's three switches here. One is, how long does it take someone who's not responding to your emails to trigger Infusionsoft to consider them unengaged marketable? So that means they're marketable, but it's probably compromising your deliverability, because Google and the other folks are going to come up and say, well, this guy's still sending emails to people that don't open them.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what you can do is you see the switch there that's off? You can set that so that after, like, let's say 5 months, or maybe you set the first one to 3 and the other one to 4 months, you set it so that Infusionsoft automatically makes them unengaged, unmarketable. So at that point, you're not making the email gods angry at you.
Yeah. So what is the best practice at this point?
Yeah. Now, you could do this manually, which is something that I've started to do. So I come up and I'll, like, every 3 or 4 months, I'll look at my broadcasts and I will manually tag everybody who's opened an email. And what I do is I take my entire list and I split it between people who seem to be active and people who are ignoring me.
Yeah.
To the people that are, engaged, that's my list. Those are the big ones. And if you do that, you'll probably see that those are the people that, like, maybe your open rates were going down and now you cleaned it up and now it goes up to like maybe 20, 22, 25%, depending on how good your audience is, right? Yeah. And then the other list, you don't hit it as often. Like, maybe you only hit it once a month, or, and you could come up and try to say, hey, I've been sending emails, I've been noticing you're not opening them. If you want me to pull you off the list, maybe you do that. But you're keeping your best list really good and you're keeping your other list, kind of mediocre. You're not using the automation, so it is more manual. But if you have a VA, you can have that look at all your broadcasts and see if you can maybe, cut them apart that way. So,
Yeah, so
just an idea.
So are you saying deliverability would go up if I just get more engagement, essentially?
Well, what you're doing is you're not emailing people who are unengaged in your regular top blast.
Oh.
So as a result, your deliverability doesn't get compromised because, again, the Google emails of the world aren't looking at you as someone sending emails to people who aren't opening stuff up.
Yeah.
And they know that because if you have enough Gmail people on your list, Google can look at it and says, hey, whenever this guy sends an email, very few people open it from their perspective.
Yeah. Got it.
So that could be why you're seeing deliverability issues.
Oh, well, is there any way to actually tell an active campaign if, like, they're being, or in Infusionsoft, if they're not being delivered? Like, if they're going into like spam, or like, I've noticed even my own emails, because I'm signed up for my email list. I go into the promotions folder. So it's like they're still being delivered, but they're not being delivered into my main inbox.
But that kind of means that they're kind of getting onto you.
Yeah, so
so the automated way is you set the number at the top to, I don't know, it could be 3, 4 is fine. Maybe you set the bottom one to 6 and you turn it on. So after 6, Infusionsoft automatically stops emailing them.
After 6 months.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then this is, what do you recommend this at?
3 or 4. As a matter of fact, let me check my application here and see what I have it set to, because I haven't looked at that in a while.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff. It's been a while since we spoke, and you're so good at this automation. I'm just wondering if there's other things I could be doing a little more efficiently, because.
By the way, I have mine set to 4 and 6.
Oh, okay, 4 and 6. All right, cool. Maybe I'll do that. So I'll just save it.
Yeah, that'll take effect, and then that should help. But before, it was if nobody complained or called you a spammer, you weren't a spammer. And now these guys are taking, you know, a different take on that.
So meaning if they don't open up anything for 6 months, it removes them?
Yeah, all your blasts and all your campaigns will not email them.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Like, dude, 6 months? Because I push a lot of emails. You know,
You're just like me. I'm sending out 3 or 4 emails a week.